Welcome to our little party here out on the Golden Mile this morning. It's a great day when we're celebrating new investment in the city of Frederick, and we're excited that we're standing out here at the old Frederick Towne Mall site to officially break ground on the new project that they have coming forward, the Frederick Towne Center and Walmart project. And we just thank each one of you for taking the time to come out this morning and recognizing this important event as we continue to move the Golden Mile forward. My name is Richard Griffin. I'm Director of Economic Development for the City of Frederick, and I'd like to just recognize a few people that are in the audience with us today. We do have our Mayor, Randy McClement. Mayor, where are you? Right over there. We have our Alderman Pro Tem, Kelly Russell, here. And we have Alderman Michael O'Connor and Alderman Josh Bokey. We also have, straight from the halls of Annapolis, Delegate Carol Krim with us this morning. We have Chief Ed Hargis over here. I'd like to also recognize that we have people from the state of Maryland Department of Commerce here. We have Tamar Osterman, our representative with Department of Commerce, and beside her, Heather Graham, one of our own, who actually was one of the folks who helped found the Golden Mile Alliance, back with us today. Thanks for coming out. I thought that we were going to have someone from County Council here, but I don't see them with us. And I know that I did take at least one call yesterday from Congressman Delaney's office, Kevin Mack, who expressed his well wishes and his sincere hope that this project moves forward quickly and with great support. So out here on the Golden Mile, it's really an amazing retail story. There's more than 1.6 million square feet of gross retail space out here on the Golden Mile, not including what we're about to take down. We're going to add about another 500,000 square feet with this project, bringing our total gross square footage of retail out on the Golden Mile to over 2 million square feet. And I think that deserves a round of applause, because this is it is truly one of the important retail stories in Frederick County. Oh, I see. There's MC Keegan Ayer from County Council just came in. Thank you for coming out. So this represents 25% of all of the retail or commercial square footage in the city of Frederick along the Golden Mile. So it's an important area for us. But the demographics that are feeding the retail out here are very, very strong demographics, and I think you can see that by the fact that you have a company willing to come in and invest in building a new 150,000 square foot super Walmart center. 75,000 people living within 3 miles of this location, 108,000 people within 5 miles of this location. The median age of those people around 35 years old. 35, almost 36% of them have bachelor's of science degrees, and almost 30,000 households within 3 miles of this location. Additionally, we have almost 50,000 vehicle trips passing by the front doors of this site every day. So when you compare this to other locations anywhere in the city or county, this is a fabulous retail area, and we're really excited about what the opportunities for this project hold. We want to recognize a few people to come up and say a few words before we turn a couple spades and some dirt here. I'd like to recognize Mayor Randy McClement to come forward and offer his thoughts. Mayor McClement, is a small businessman who is in his second term as mayor. Under his leadership, the city of Frederick has had back-to-back bond rating increases, and he certainly, as a former retailer himself, understands the importance of retail to both downtown and to places like the Golden Mile. Mayor McClement.
Morning, everyone. Morning. What a fantastic day it is here in the city of Frederick. Explain the dress. I thought we were coming to tear the building down, so I was ready to do it. So, a lot of things happen in the city of Frederick, and in coordination with this, We're also doing some cleanup on the creek, so that's why a lot of us are kind of dressed down a little bit this morning. So if anybody would like to help out after we're done here, let's just go around the back and start cleaning up. This isn't a very exciting day, a day-long time coming. I was thinking about it this morning, and actually this has been a really, really exciting week in the city of Frederick. We started off on Monday with the announcement of the hotel and conference center in downtown Frederick. And we're ending off the week with the announcement and the groundbreaking for what is going to be a new fantastic part of the Golden Mile. So everything is always wonderful in the city of Frederick, and this week really shined greatly. So I'm very, very happy to be a part of this. As Richard said, from a small business aspect, I understand what retail can do and what other retail can do to help draw to our city. One of the things, give you an example of how people think businesses don't get along, and when something new comes around you. Our bagel shop was at 36 South Market Street, and we took that chance because at the time we moved in there, it was not the best part of town, but we knew the creek was coming. And we were just doing fine and dandy, and then all of a sudden I hear Graham Baker's deciding to move his wonderful La Paz right across the street from my bagel shop. And my wife was going, "Oh, we're doomed." And I said, "No, we're not." I said, "Graham is going to bring a lot of people to this part of the town, and with all due respect, Graham's not going to be able to seat everybody in that place when they start coming there. So where they're going to go? Across the street to our bagel shop." And what happened? Exactly that. And this is how I look at what this is going to happen here. We knew that this area of the city, especially the Frederick Towne Mall, was vacant, and we needed it to have a spark. We appreciate the fact that the developers are worked hard to try to make this something that's going to attract, the new Walmart and what you see here, the new shops that are coming along with it, will do nothing more than keep attracting people to this area. The one thing I do want to say is, as Richard said, the Golden Mile has had its perception concerns. If you think about it, look at the amount of businesses that have been on this strip for a long, long time, and they stay here. There is great occupancy on the Golden Mile. The problem being is one or two very large parcels have sat empty, giving a perception that it's not as golden as it used to be. I think it always is, and I think the fact that we have tried our best to work with the owners of all of the businesses up and down the strip to get to this point today is a great satisfaction. Also, it hasn't come easy. I know that the developers and owners of these properties have had put a lot forward to make this happen, but I also want to express that our city planning staff has had to come through with some unique ways to make all this happen. So I'd like to publicly thank at this time all of those city employees that are involved in any part of this, and I'd like to give them a big round of applause for it. So this is a great day. This is, again, as I said, Monday, the Hotel Conference Center. It's the first step forward. This is the first step forward for what will be great here on this part, in this property, on this part of the great Golden Mile. I thank you all very much for coming out, and I can't wait to take the first bulldozer right through that wall over there. So thank you all very much.
So there's another group of people that I want to recognize. For those people that are on the board of directors of the Golden Mile Alliance, how about raising your hand? Thank you all very much for your time, for your efforts, for everything that you do. The mayor alluded to, the plans for the Golden Mile, and there's a small area plan for the entire Golden Mile. One of that small area plan, one component of it is a new boulevard, and we're sitting on what that new boulevard will be. It'll be aligned right through this. It'll go to, I think there's a traffic circle. Is there a pretty traffic circle in this project? Right here somewhere, and it's going to go all the way back, and so it's going to provide another traffic movement option for people on doing retail along this entire corridor. So I'd like to invite the president of the Golden Mile Alliance, Justin Kiska, to come up. Justin is a co-owner of Way Off Broadway, a dinner theater out here on the Golden Mile. They've been here for many years. He's been president now for a couple years and has just done an outstanding job. And he'll tell you a little bit more about that and the work of the Golden Mile Alliance.
Good morning, everyone. First of all, let me go back 5 years and thank Mayor McClement for bringing our group together. He was a mayor who put his money where his mouth was and brought together residents, business owners, and property owners to work together to help revitalize the Golden Mile. And since then, we have become an independent, nonprofit organization with the goal of doing just that, revitalizing the Golden Mile. And one of the greatest challenges the Golden Mile has faced over the last few years has always been the perception that the mayor spoke about, that nothing is happening on Route 40. But the truth is we can't blame people for that because until recently, they haven't really had anything to see. Now, those of us on the Golden Mile Alliance, working in the planning department, the Department of Economic Development, we've been fortunate that we've been able to see the plans and the projects and what's coming to this area. But the general public has had one thing in their minds when it comes to the Golden Mile, and it's been a mall that has been sitting empty for far too long. Now, that all changes today. That image that has come to symbolize the Golden Mile, for good or bad, is finally coming down. And it is going to be replaced by a exciting, vibrant, and bright new addition to the Route 40 corridor with the Frederick Towne Center. Now, anchored by a brand new state-of-the-art Walmart Supercenter, Boscov's, Home Depot, we are also going to see 40,000 square feet of new retail and commercial space come to this area. Plus two new restaurant sites. Now, that's up to 15 new businesses that we are going to see here in the Frederick Towne Center. And now, the Frederick Towne Center is not going to be what completely revitalizes the Golden Mile. We all know that. But to turn this corridor into what it once was, it's going to take time. Nothing happens overnight as much as we would like it to. But the construction that will start here very soon, coupled with what's already going on down at the old police barracks site, it shows that there is a new beginning here on the Golden Mile and things are changing. So change has to start somewhere. And for all of those who want to be a part of the change, I encourage you, get involved with the Golden Mile Alliance. Get involved and be a part of that change that you want to see here. We still have a long way to go. There's still a lot of work to do, but I think the mayor said it correct. Today is a very good first step. So thank you all.
Thank you, Justin. Now to provide some color commentary on the actual development itself here is Adam Greenberg, the Director of Leasing for DLC Management. DLC Management has been in business since 1991. They're headquartered out of Tarrytown, New York, but Adam is local in this area. They have millions of square feet under property management across the Mid-Atlantic, and they will and continue to do a great job repositioning properties just like this. So without any further ado, I'll ask Adam to come up and provide us some details about the project, okay?
Hello and good morning. I'm Adam Greenberg, the Director of Leasing for DLC Management, the developers of the Frederick Towne Center. On behalf of DLC, I'd like to take this opportunity to first extend our sincere gratitude to Mayor McClement, to all of the elected officials, and to the Golden Mile Alliance for the exceptional partnership that we've had in creating a vision for the reinvention of the Frederick Towne Mall. We look forward to the continuation of this exceptional partnership as we continue into the next phase of this journey of turning that vision into a reality. Standing here in an empty parking lot in front of a shuttered mall, I find it very exciting to envision what's to come. The view from here will be much different in the not-so-distant future. The view will be that of a vibrant town center where people will come to shop, to dine, and to gather. In my role as the Director of Leasing for this project, I'm speaking on a daily basis with retailers, restaurants, and service providers about what's to come. I consistently hear the same message, that the local community is craving for a thriving commercial hub on the Golden Mile, and that businesses are eager to come here to serve you. We're thrilled to be able to bring forth a project, a first-class retail development, to serve that demand. And with that, I would like to ask, are we ready to do the festivities, or do we have...
Yeah, I realized I jumped right over Dave Severn, who's on
With
the
that,
board of
I'd like to invite up
directors.
Dave Severn.
I'd like to invite Dave Severn up. So
All
give
right,
me just
and then we'll,
let's give him a moment.
all right, great.
And then we'll do our digging.
Great.
Right
Well, thank you very much. Thanks for coming out, everybody. We're really excited.
In my haste and in my lack of coffee, I forgot one guy who's really important to the whole process out here, the guy who's handled most of the land use applications for the project, but also who's been on the board of directors of the Golden Mile Alliance, and in fact, pro bono provided all of the bylaws and the organizational documents to get the group started. So I'd like to invite Dave Severn. He's an attorney with Offutt Kerman, located in downtown, to come on up. Very sorry about that.
Good morning. Thank you for that introduction, Richard. I'm not going to let you forget it, though. Neither is my wife, which is... I first became involved in the redevelopment of the mall back in 2005. And like many of us, before that, I shopped here, brought the kids here, bought their shoes here, shopped at Irely's. I don't know if anybody remembers that store. But primarily, I came here because there was free Christmas wrapping on Christmas Eve. This was the place to be in Frederick for a long time. And we're confident that with this redevelopment plan, it will be that place again, along with the rest of the Golden Mile. It's been a very long and arduous process. It's been full of fits and starts. We've had recession, we've had elections, we've had new plans, we've had change of ownership. But through it all, we have finally arrived at a very exciting point in time. I'm not sure how many of you are aware, I know most of the members of the Golden Mile Alliance are, but this is a very complicated process. I know the mayor would like to punch a bulldozer through the wall here. Unfortunately, Boscov's would be a little upset because their heating and air conditioning system would be destroyed in the process. So there's a lot that has to happen before things can be demoed, if you will. This has a long history. You wouldn't believe the number of water and sewer utility lines running underneath where you stand right now. We've dealt with floodplain issues, with FEMA. It's just been an extraordinary series of obstacles over the way. But we're very pleased that we finally arrived at this point in time. We've got a few more permits to get, and I've reminded our state officials here of who those agencies are, and they've committed to beat on them appropriately. I think that's the word you use, wasn't it, Heather? Thank you. But it's also a very expensive process. I represent many developers in my practice. And I know they sometimes get a bad name, but this is a very expensive undertaking, which is part of the reason why it has sat dormant for so long. There's a lot to be done. There's a lot of interconnections between the old mall and Boscov's. Anything that we need to do here requires the agreement of multiple property owners and multiple tenants, all of whom are national tenants and have their own set of requirements. So it takes a lot of cooperation, a lot of agreement, and a lot of money. So I wanted to thank the owners, particularly Rockwood Capital, for their perseverance through the process and their willingness to invest and take the risk of investment here in the city of Frederick and on the Great Golden Mile. Also want to thank DLC Management, who has been working hand in hand with Rockwood on the ground in order to make this happen, and will be the force going forward, as Adam mentioned, with getting this place leased up and getting it back and on its feet again. Lastly, I did want to extend some personal thanks. None of this can happen without the cooperation of government, without the cooperation of the staff that works for the government, without the support of a lot of people in the community, without the support of the police, who were extremely helpful in helping us design this site in a way that would ensure that it'd be secure for years to come. Thank Mayor Randy and the prior Board of Aldermen, I think all of whom are here. Certainly she's taken a higher job, or lateral move, I'm sorry. I don't want to offend Kelly. Delegate Carol Krim was instrumental in working with me to put the law together in order to get this property rezoned and for this project to be taken place. Alderman Kelly Russell, who was we worked with closely in the development of the plan for the mall. The new road that'll be traveling through here, and hopefully someday it will go beyond Waverly and McCain. It's going to be a beautiful boulevard, amenable to traffic, amenable to bikes and pedestrians. As you know, Kelly's a big bicyclist, and was very instrumental in the development of that plan. Alderman Michael O'Connor is here. Also, Michael was a great support. Former Alderman Shelley Alloy is here as well, and I wanted to recognize her. All of these folks, including Delegate Karen Lewis Young, were all instrumental in making this thing a reality. Very much want to thank the Golden Mile Alliance for all your support, all your hard work. They're out there in the community, and I'll tell you, one of the things they're trying to do that we could all help with is we want to be first in line when Walmart comes to town in terms of community contributions. And they're working very hard with a lot of the business owners who don't get enough credit for what they do in the community and what the things that they sponsor and the money that they give. I want to especially thank Justin Kiska, who has not only been the chair and the leader, along with Diana Holloman of the Golden Mile Alliance, but he has also been an unwavering supporter of this project. And lastly, I should mention that I don't see him here, but the two people that were involved in the design were David Ling and Mark Crispin. Those are local planners and engineers, and they need to be recognized for the fine work that they did and continuing to do in mounting the various hurdles that we've confronted along the way. Thank you all for coming, and I appreciate it, and thank you all again.
So we're going to go ahead and we're going to turn a little bit of dirt over here. Could be interesting to see how this works out. We have 3 shovels and a few more people to help turn than that, but we're going to ask our elected officials to come forward, and we'll take some turns, throwing a couple shovelfuls of dirt and getting some photos. I am supposed to remind you that for everyone that would like to, there is a cleanup immediately following this ceremony starting at 10 a.m. and they're meeting, I think, right behind the Home Depot parking lot over here. So if you want to participate in helping clean up the Golden Mile, please do so. I also want to say thank you to all of those folks who came out who have had a part of this process in the past in some way or another. I know that Dave mentioned former Alderman Shelley Alloy, but I know that there are a number of others in the audience who in one way or another have participated in the past and helped us move this project along here on the Golden Mile. So thank you very much for coming. We'll ask our elected officials to come forward, and Justin from the Golden Mile Alliance, we want you to participate as well in the shovels. And I'd be remiss if I didn't recognize the person who put all this together today, who did a lot of work to help, and that's Bobby Baumler from my office. Bobby's the manager of economic development, and he also represents my organization on the Golden Mile Alliance. So thank you very much, Bobby, for all your hard work. Okay, thank you very much. Come on up, folks. All right, you guys got them? On 3. 1, 2, and 3. Throw your shovel. All right. All right, we'll do one more shot.